We believe that every life is precious. Over 200 faces greet us every morning to remind us why. We are the Animal League of Green Valley. With every 4-hour shift, you and around 600 volunteers make saving these lives possible. Over the past few years, an average of over 700 pets were adopted each year, and almost half were cats. They come to us at the most vulnerable point in their lives. They rub, purr, and knead their way into our lives, and, if we're lucky, they invite us to stay. When they find a place to settle down in our hearts, they find a friendship that prepares them for adoption with their forever family. Cat caregivers like you designed this amazing operation from the ground up. This video will teach you how we keep things running smoothly. Learning these details and guidelines well translates to homes for cats. With every slow blinking eye and every purr, with every paw stretched and kneading, they say thank you. Watching cats explore new surroundings is a joy. As the official cat people of the Animal League, perhaps we owe it to them to begin with a little curious exploration. Our property is divided into 4 sections: the attic thrift store, dogs, cats, and admin. We reserve the best parking for customers, and we park in the less desirable distant spots. The cat care wing is centered around a single hallway. Rooms 1 through 6 are kennel rooms, suites that ideally house up to 15 cats, but sometimes more, each one with its own enclosed patio. Next, the treatment room is our cat care vet's office. Just around the corner is our sign-in and documentation area, utility cleaning room, visitor's entrance, and our supply closets. On the other side of the hall, we have our restroom, followed by kennel rooms 7 through 9. These are multi-purpose overflow rooms which may also be used for quarantine of sick cats. Each of these rooms has its own separate ventilation system. None of the kennel rooms on this side of the hall have patio access. Next, our kitchen and laundry area serves as the heart of our operation, where we gather for morning meetings, prepare the cat's food, do laundry, and store frequently used supplies. Room 10 is our cat intake room, where new cats are isolated for observation while they acclimate to their new surroundings. Room 11 is another multi-purpose overflow room, and Room 12 is our kitten room. Finally, we're back where we started, at the door to our administrative wing, where adoptions take place. Our cat care operation is managed by an experienced cat care coordinator, who is assisted by co-coordinators. They coordinate all the cat caregiver scheduling and assignments, all cat health and behavioral issues, bite and scratch reports, and everything that happens in between. We're open to the public every day except Christmas and Thanksgiving, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There are 2 cat care shifts. First shift works 7 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., seldom dealing with the public. Second shift works during public hours, from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you're going to be absent, inform your coordinator immediately, and be sure to mark any planned absences on the calendar here, in the sign-in area. First shift feeds, cleans, prepares to open for the public, and socializes the cats. Second shift assists the public, socializes the cats, cleans, and prepares for the next day. After 2 p.m., our property caretaker, and usually a few administrators, are available for any special needs that may arise. Thousands of years ago, cats were worshipped as gods. Of course, they have never forgotten this. Some days the transition from deity to mere house pet proves more difficult. For some cats, it's harder to swallow than others. Learning cat signals can keep you safe from the wrath of a relapsing deity, but if Kitty requires a blood sacrifice, you'll be happy to sacrifice clothing instead. Dress in clothes you can afford to ruin. Wear sturdy shoes with socks, pants, and a top or t-shirt. Walking shorts may be worn by the more daring, but tank tops and sandals are not permitted. Always wear your name badge while on the property, and be sure to sign in before your shift. Check the cat care info board, check in with the coordinator, and attend the shift meeting. Developing a good relationship with our cats is an essential part of our job. Checking the cat care binder, reading their bio, and meeting each cat is a great place to start. Socializing, petting, brushing, playing, talking, or singing to them makes them more adoptable and allows us to observe them well and discern their individual needs. Changes in behavior and medical condition should always be reported to your coordinator and recorded in the cat care binder. To know them well, we need to understand and be attentive to cat signals. Let's review a few. Cat's ears speak to us. Listen. Flattened ears mean back off. The cat is scared or afraid and may attack you. The telltale tail is a big part of the cat's vocabulary. It's one of the most accurate barometers of a cat's mood. Held high, the tail communicates confidence. Curled around our legs, or another cat's tail, signifies friendliness. Tucked between the legs, the tail communicates insecurity or anxiousness. A low twitching tail is a sign to back off. A swishing tail is a sign of building frustration, a signal to back off. Overall body posture can speak volumes. Even the most mild-mannered cat may retaliate if feeling threatened or aroused by too much playing or petting. Cats are stimulus-driven predators by nature. So whether it's a mouse, a cat toy, or a human hand, when they see something move, they are hardwired to pursue it. It's an inbred stalking pattern. An arched back, raised back, and tail hair with unsheathed claws is a dead giveaway that you should back off. Rolling over and stretching is a sign of friendliness when the cat is relaxed. Rolling over while exhibiting other warning signals, extended claws, exposed teeth, is a highly defensive signal that the cat is prepared to fight. The more negative signals a cat combines, the more the cat is telling you to back off. Eyes are another big part of the cat's vocabulary. Pupils dilate when the cat threatens attack. Combined with other negative signals, the cat is telling us to back off. The more fearful a cat becomes, the wider its pupils dilate. Pupils also dilate while cats are stalking for prey or play. When a cat greets another cat or person with slow, languid blinks, it's communicating affection. Closing one's eyes in the presence of another is the ultimate sign of trust. By blinking slowly at the cat, you can communicate that you are aware of its presence and pose no threat or harm. Vocalizations are familiar to all of us, but they're not always straightforward. Purring usually signals contentment and may also be a comfort-seeking behavior. High-pitched chatting or gurgling indicates friendliness. Growling, hissing, or spitting are emphatic warnings to stay away.
Then you spread your wings and you'll take to the sky.
A cat has absolute emotional honesty. Ernest Hemingway.
That's his applause.
Cats are prone to demonstrate more aggressive behavior in a shelter. They may feel afraid, abandoned, frustrated, cooped up, competitive, or even bored. Our shelter is designed to overcome as many of these potential problems as possible. Instead of private kennels, mature cats share rooms where they choose inside or outside. We work with them, being careful to socialize all cats daily. We provide a predictable routine and pay careful attention to their needs. Cats are the owners of 20 claws and several fearsome fangs. At some point, we're all liable to be scratched or bitten, whether by accident or incident, aggressive or playful in nature. Only undaunted volunteers should work in cat care, because these things simply come with the territory. Prior to working as a cat caregiver, everyone must agree to release the Animal League of any responsibility for any scratches and bites. It is absolutely essential that you immediately report scratches and bites to the coordinator. Do not wait. Do not attempt to break up any cat fight by hand. When necessary, use a spray bottle filled with water to dissolve the conflict. The best way to reduce and prevent these situations is to be diligent with our cat caregiver duties. After you're signed in and are up to speed on everything that's changed since you last worked, it's time to begin your shift. Here, we will cover all the basic cat caregiver duties. Each shift prioritizes duties differently, so use the chart here as a reminder of what to do next on your shift. It will put these duties in the right order for your shift. Before feeding, the coordinator always checks the food alerts here. Some cats have special dietary needs, like Dinah, whose long-distance food plan has her losing weight and walking again. Normal food restrictions would restrict type, quantity, or frequency of food. Treats are given to all cats, first thing in the morning. A scoop of canned cat food is prepared and delivered like clockwork to every single cat at the Animal League. Including Tipsy, our office cat in the admin wing. The kitchen counter is then cleared, cleaned, and unused cat food covered and stored in the refrigerator for the next day. 1 bowl of dry food is given for every 4 cats. That's half a cup per cat. Pay attention for changes in eating habits. For this reason, cats don't get any more dry food until the next day. 1 bowl of water is given for every 4 cats. At the end of your shift, check and refill the water bowls as needed, but not food. Empty food, water bowls, and plates are removed for cleaning. Paper plates are thrown away, but all others should be returned to the kitchen. Before opening to the public, we can streamline the process, leaving dishes in the hallway to be rounded up later. But be sure to keep them out of Dinah's reach. Keep the hallways and kitchen tidy, picking up after yourselves. Everything has a place. If you don't know where something goes, ask. Everything is labeled, and all our cabinets are even numbered. You'll soon learn where everything belongs. Scoop all urine and feces out of the litter boxes. Don't forget the patio litter boxes. Refill the litter no more than 2 inches deep. If the box has any feces stuck to the side or is unusually dirty, replace the entire litter pan. Dirty litter pans are washed in the utility room. At the end of your shift, check the litter boxes and scoop out any strays before you leave. All bedding, towels, rugs, and other linens should be checked for cleanliness and washed accordingly. 150 cats produce a lot of laundry, so be sure to keep the washer and dryer running constantly. The floors need to be completely swept and mopped every day. Bleach water is used to disinfect during mopping. Dirty mop water should be emptied in the utility room. Rinse the mops thoroughly after you're done using them. String mop heads are treated as laundry, but can only be air-dried. Dishes are washed and dried in the kitchen prior to being refilled and sent back out. At the end of your shift, take the trash from the kitchen, hallway, treatment room, bathroom, and utility room to the dumpster. Visitors are only allowed into kennel rooms with a cat care volunteer. all children need to stay with their adults. With all the traffic in and out, cats are bound to slip through and escape. When they do, shout, "Cat out." Everyone will stop what they're doing to help get the cat back into the room. To prevent this, distracting cats while people enter and exit the kennel room is often an effective defense against sneakiness. Be sure to conserve expensive air conditioning by keeping patio doors closed. Talk to the cats.
Kitty, this is a good boy.
As cats develop better conversation skills, they become more adoptable. Pet and brush the cats, working out any mats while watching for frustrated cat signals. We must handle every cat on a daily basis. Play with cats using cat toys. Do not play rough or encourage potentially aggressive play behavior. Singing
Down in the valley,
has a very calming
valley so low,
and peaceful effect on cats.
your head over, let the wind blow, let the wind blow.
New intakes are given a cage in room 10, giving them time to settle in and giving us time to observe their behavior. During this time, we do a complete health intake, updating their shots before we put them in a room with other cats. Here, they spend at least 3 to 5 days, though it may be longer if the situation calls for it. Cats are weighed every 2 weeks, which helps us keep a closer eye on the health and progress of each cat. You may be asked to assist in moving and comforting the cats to and from the treatment room. Initial the cat care sheet on the back of the door after completing the cat's morning roll call. Initial the relevant cat care sheets in the socialization book after socialization with cats. Note any suspected health issues in the daily log and report any problems to the coordinator promptly. Use existing documentation to follow up on old issues. Use it to familiarize yourself with the cat's needs. Replace missing collars and name tags. At the end of your shift, always be sure to sign out before leaving. The dry food bins in the kitchen should be replenished before the end of your shift. The supply closets and cabinets should be restocked as supplies come in. Everything has a proper place. Another huge part of being prepared is knowing how to comfortably and knowledgeably work with potential cat adopters. Feel out whether the visitor wants to be approached immediately. Even those who are just looking need to know that we will be happy to let them into our room when they're ready. Inviting them to get a caregiver when they're ready to go into a room reminds visitors of what's posted on every door, but often ignored. That visitors aren't allowed into kennel rooms without a volunteer. Listen carefully to potential adopters and watch to see which cats they're drawn toward. If you need to get a dialogue started, ask if they're looking for a male or female, and which color or type they have in mind. It is wise to avoid asking which hair length they'd like, because everyone answers short hair, and we want every cat to have a fair shot. The same goes for the topic of declawed cats. You may ask which age range they have in mind, which is a subtle way to bring up our senior care program, with free vet care for life. In many cases, this levels the playing field, making mature cats just as desirable to adopt as young cats. Before introducing them to specific cats, find out about their other pets, any children in the picture, and their lifestyle. Bearing in mind that all cats deserve a chance for a home, we do want to steer them toward the ones that best fit their personality and situation. But don't be pushy. We want adopting a cat at the Animal League of Green Valley to be a very pleasant experience for adopters and cats. Help visitors get to know the cats they show interest in. Share cat bios and other helpful information that you've picked up while getting to know the cats. If the visitor chooses a cat, we refer them to an adoption counselor who will discuss the cat's history in detail and evaluate the qualifications of the adopter. Before introducing them to the adoption counselor, be sure to share any information you've learned about the adopter to help expedite the process. That's it. You're now an important part of saving lives in our community. We hope you'll share your volunteer experience at the Animal League with people you know and love. Every story encourages people to come and visit the pets, leading to adoptions, new volunteers, and support through purchases at the attic. We are extremely grateful for your effort and time. With each wag of the tail and every purr, they say, thank you.